Welcome to another episode of Sports and Discourse with your host, Derek Stevenson. And on today's episode, we are going to talk about Kentucky's must win, in my opinion, game against, I don't want to call them a new rival, but a temporary rival right now on the road against Arkansas, 85-77. And I'm going to tell you why I feel like we needed this game. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go on and let some of the highlights run while I'm talking. But the reason why I feel like we needed this game was, number one, we just got smoked by Vandy. And not only did we get smoked by Vandy, but it looked like we kind of gave up a little bit. We had a couple of plays where it just looked like we kind of checked out, like we just accepted defeat. And the weird thing about this team to me has been just the inconsistency, right? Like you can look at, I get it. Like we had a lot of injuries. We've started a lot of different combinations. Maybe the players haven't really had time to gel, and maybe with some of these injuries, maybe it's giving guys opportunities to get more comfortable with their roles and their minutes. Because we've had several guys play, pretty good in this last month or so. Guys like Jasper Johnson, he stepped up in some games. Malachi Marino stepped up in some games. Yelovich been playing better. Chandler's been playing a little bit better. Oweh has been a completely different person in the SEC than he was in non-conference play. So I don't know what it was, but this team has just been wildly inconsistent. Like you don't really know what you're going to get from night to night. So we definitely needed this bounce back victory against Arkansas. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't look at Arkansas as a rival, but I know some people do. I actually want to get past this whole Kentucky versus Calipari situation, right? Like, I understand people's feelings about it. I had feelings about it last year. I wanted to win last year, and we got outplayed. And I was upset because there was all of this weird energy from some of the former Kentucky players. Guys like Reed Sheppard was wearing Arkansas gear. Other players, Ty Washington, making weird comments. Like they was happy we lost. So last year I really wanted to give Calipari the business, and we lost. But this year I feel like maybe we can use this victory as a time to just put this situation to bed and quit worrying about Calipari and just focus back on UK. Like I said, I just feel like it's like two different teams play. Like we have teams that like we show up like we did against Arkansas, where we had some resilience. We got a lead. We don't hardly do that too much. But we played well in the first half. And then we kind of lost ourselves a little bit in the second half, and we was looking like we was having some moments in the game where we could have folded and gave this game away, and we maintained our composure. We continued to make enough plays to get ourselves the victory, and hopefully that's the team that we can continue to see for the rest of the season, because we do have the most difficult schedule in college basketball for the rest of the season. So if we want to make a run and get in the tournament, we're going to have to really turn up. We're going to have to really focus, lock in, and everybody's going to have to play at a high level for us to really make some noise. And I do think that we can do it. We just got to limit our mistakes. Like that play right there when Brazil just dunked. We just got to, guys got to react quicker. They got to anticipate and help better on defense. That's been one of the things that, even though we don't give up that many points statistically, we have a lot of plays like that where we have lapses, helping out on defense. Shout out to Jasper right there. Like I said, Jasper has been playing pretty good now that he's got more minutes. Um, Otega Oweh probably ain't getting enough credit, man, because I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of hard on Oweh in the beginning of the season because of the expectations. So I thought he was just gonna come out the gate and be dropping 24 on everybody, and it looked like you know, when the season started, it just looked like he had kind of regressed a little bit, but you know, he been doing his thing in the SEC. He been putting up numbers. He's been playing SEC Player of the Year caliber basketball. Last night I liked the fact that he was aggressive, going to the rim. He wasn't settling for jumpers. And that's one of the things that, you know, I would like to see Kentucky going forward is to attack the rim a lot. That was a nice little move right there by Chandler, even though he missed it. We know he ended up hitting one, sort of basically the same play, but he ended up knocking it down later on in the game. But I like plays like that, like attack the basket, and it just gives you more options. You can shoot the mid-range jumper, and you try to get to the glass. You can kick out for a three, but just be aggressive, make the defense move. But yeah, man, overall we shot good from the field, 53% from the field, 46 from three. We missed a lot of free throws though. We only shot 63% from free throws, and you know, it could have got a little funny for us. We hit just enough at the end, but it could have got funny for us, so we definitely got to tighten that up, and make sure that we getting all the free ones we can get. Malachi working hard on the glass. Sometimes right there, you know, he got to be a little bit more patient and understand that you got a lot of bodies around you, so you might want to give some fakes, you know what I'm saying? Like, try to get some guys up in the air, or you might have to just kick that out. Once again, Otega going to the glass, even though he missed, but he's putting us in position. And one thing about Mo and Moreno is they definitely are trying to attack the offensive glass. Trevor Noah with the shh on the crowd. And Noah's one of those guys, man, like Noah's shooting ability could be real helpful. He just got to get locked in with some of the other parts of the game. Like he's got to make sure he's rebounding good, make sure he's not getting exposed defensively, because his shooting ability could be key for us. You know what I'm saying? Especially since Cam Williams is gone. We need somebody out there that can just catch and knock him down. Good move right there by Chandler, man. Just getting DJ in the air. You know what I'm saying? Just being smarter than the defender right there. Got him in the air, boom. Whether he would have made the shot or not, that was an excellent play, but he made it, and we needed that. At one point in the game, man, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna speak about it a little bit. It kind of felt like the referees was just, you know, losing control of the game. And some of the technical fouls that was being called was just a little bit wild to me. And I was talking to one of my big homies, and he was just, you know, he was saying technical fouls is always at the discretion of the referees. And I get that. I do understand that. But some of them were just kind of ridiculous a little bit, especially the one on Mo after he blocked a cuff. And he just yelled at the crowd, and they teched him up. Like, I thought that was a little weak. But the one thing that I appreciated was Kentucky locked back in. They didn't let it discourage them, because at that point, it looked like things were going to get funny for us. It looked like that little moment in the game could have shifted the whole entire outcome of the game. But the boys stayed locked in. They stayed focused. And they kept making plays, kept fighting. So shouts out to them for just not letting that distract them and get them off their game. They stayed mentally in tune. Because like I said, this team has showed so many different characteristics. You know, against Vandy, it was a whole different team. But they showed some heart. They showed some toughness. They was fighting. See, right there, man, just attacking the basket and just making plays. Like, I want to see him continue to do that. Like, we're not that good of a three-point shooter. a good. We're not that good of a 3-point shooting team, even though statistically in the SEC, I know we are up there. But I want us to take good 3-point shots. But I want us to do a whole lot more of that, like attack the rim and open things up. So even if we're kicking out and we're shooting threes, and see, that's the technical right there. I just thought that technical was kind of crazy. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. That one just felt like, that was nasty right there. That was, like, I'm like, dang, what's the referees doing, man? Are they trying to get the Vegas spread covered? Like, that one was crazy. But, like I said, our guys stay locked in. And see, like, I feel like right after that, the very next play, when Richmond goes to the hole and dunks, he does the same reaction that Mo just did. Like, he yelled out, he screamed out. So I feel like if Mo's was a tech, then that should have been a tech right there as well. But, you know, it is what it is. We was on the road. And that's just what happens. Like, they always say you got to be 10 points better on the road. So sometimes you just going to have stuff like that happen. Like, we get calls at Rupp Arena. I don't know if I can remember, you know, a call as egregious as that technical. But we do get calls at home. So, you know, we gotta be prepared when that happens to us on the road. That was a shot by Acuff. I'm not going to lie. Acuff turned up in the second half against us. He was garbage in the first half. He was missing everything. Acuff is one of those guys that, like, you can tell eventually he's going to be a super good player. He's not going to reach his potential at Arkansas, obviously, because he's going to play 1 year and he's going to be in the draft. He's got a lot of potential, and that's why he's able to, even when he has a bad first half, that's why he's able to come back and play as good as he did in the second half, because he just got that type of potential. Chandler made some big plays in this game, man. I got shout out to Chandler. He was holding us down. Like I said, Oweh was going crazy like normal. Oweh hasn't been probably being talked about enough. Another 24 points. Man, we just gotta pay more attention on defense. So we just even that play right there, even though Moreno gets the block, that's just something that we just gotta be aware of, and we gotta be ready to defend those type of runouts, man, because those can get you in a bad way. Good clear out by Moreno. Then Oweh did the rest. See, Oweh was using his strength in his game. Like, he was just muscling dudes to the basket. And, you know, sometimes you just got to see how you match up against certain teams and see where you can fit in, where your strengths can be helpful. And against Arkansas, they don't really got no wing players that can physically match up with Oweh, and he just was dragging them to the basket and scoring, man. That was a nice pick and roll play right there. Nice pass by Oweh. Moreno rolled perfectly. Reached down low, picked it up, and put it in the basket. See, right there, I would have had liked to see Mo or Moreno react a little bit quicker. I think our big men, they stay with their man just a little bit too long. It's like, once you see the guy got a step on our player, you got to start reacting. You got to get on over, just go on and commit to it, get on over there. Even if he, like, does a drop-off pass and, you know, somebody's underneath the basket, that's not your responsibility. That's somebody else's to come over and help back you up. But they just hang with their man just a little bit too long. And I just wish that they could correct that, like, just start reacting a little bit quicker. And see, I'm glad that Mo right there just decided not to take that shot. He made the right play. You know what I'm saying? At that particular time in the game, that would not have been the right time for Mo to take that shot. And he made the right play. He gave it to Oweh. Oweh got clear lane to the basket and did what Oweh's been doing the whole entire game, getting to the glass. So that's one thing that, you know, we got to make smart plays. We got to start seeing exactly, you know, we got to know what plays to make at certain points in the game. We got to learn to control the pace of the game. Chandler right there, that move, that was a top-notch move right there. I just got to be honest. Drive to the hole, the spin around, fade away. And see, Arkansas was frustrated right here. You know, that's just part of the game. Like, this game was getting a little bit out of control. And like I said, this is one of the reasons why I just wish that we can just get past the whole Kentucky Calipari thing. Like, because that's the reason why this is happening. It's just, you know, in normal circumstances, the players ain't, you know, emotionally invested, like, to the point where they doing that type of stuff. But yeah, like it was to the point where they didn't even want the players to go through the handshake line because they was afraid something was gonna happen, and it's just like, all right, when it's getting to that point, it's a little too deep. But shouts out to Arkansas. They played a good game. They made it interesting. At one point, they looked like they were going to take it away from us, and we held tight. We did what we were supposed to do. You know, shouts out, like I said, again, to some of our players. Malachi Marino, 11-7. Oweh, 24-8. Aberdeen, 10 points. 4 of 9 from the field. Colin Chandler, 13. And then, you know, we had Trent Noah gave us 9 off the bench. You know, Mo played good off the bench. So, yeah, man, we bounced back. We needed that. I wasn't sure what team was going to show up. I'm glad because I didn't want to, if we had lost 2 years in a row to Arkansas, I would have never heard the end of it from certain people. So I'm glad that we got that monkey off our back. We beat Calipari. Like I said, now I hope that we can just move on from it. We can just get back to Kentucky business because, like I said, we got the toughest schedule left in college basketball. So we got a lot of work to do. We can't look past anybody. We have to secure as many victories as we can to try to get in this tournament. But anyways, like I said, man, turn them into roadkill. But anyways, we'll wrap it up right there. You let me know what you think about Kentucky's road victory against Arkansas, our new rival. Finally beat Calipari. Let me know what you think about it in the comments, and we'll get back at it next time on Sports and Discourse with Derek Stevenson.